The glorious butterfly! The glorious butterfly! I really love the animation of that move. I just need to be careful though. It gives us so much burn. But well, that wasn't so bad, even though I was kind of hoping for a new bit taller type. But I guess that's fine, right? It's fine. We went through various tests, including commanding ability trials using Picatula's Invidalia, or whatever it's called. Ha! Manager Squire! Hi-ho! I have attained the score most perfect! To be surpassed by Miss Dawn in the contest of knowledge, must I delve further into my studies? Hey, you saying, but they were testing our Fixer Association knowledge, huh? Totally. Honestly, she got more than enough Fixer fixation for the entire bus. That's true. All kinds of general knowledge, trivia quizzes. What's the first thing that you focus on when meeting a new person? The look in their eye? How strong they look? Oh, bloody hell, this isn't easy. Your leadership style is strong, decisive, and goal-oriented. Your arm assault? We were finally allowed a quick break after going through all kinds of mysterious, strange personality tests as well. Next, basic fitness test for all the sinners. We can finally get started to the real meat of this checkup. Fitness? Wait, then what were all those tests you guys were running on us? Oh, they were conducted in order to collect various data that the LCE department has been missing. In other words, we capitalized on this opportunity to fulfill our private curiosity. They were wasting our time! But then again, maybe they need it for the suits at a later point of time. They need our personality to fit into our sinners. Aren't they? Huh. Still, I would say it was very productive. We now know a lot about you guys that will help us support the LCB going forward. Alright, we're going to go over some tests that can be conducted in groups first. Please form a line here. And what's this now? What? Like this? Let's get this over with. Looks like we've got a long day ahead of us. Wow, these are comfy clothes that they're giving us. Right? I could totally see myself wearing these to sleep. To sleep? They are LCE's properties, so you better return them as soon as we are done. Gotcha. Oh, by the way, can we take a look at my wrist here before you actually get started? I've been feeling a bit of soreness there, but Dante won't turn the clock for me, you know? Turning the clock for such trivial matters may cause formation of unfavorable habits. Perhaps my soul can remedy your pain. I'm always prepared to administer necessary aid, should you request it. Actually, you know what? I'm totally fine now. It magically got healed. Please stand still, and if you think that I can see some of you tiptoeing, you are very wrong. Heels on the ground, please. But my heels are on the ground. Fine. And, can you snuff out your cigarette before the test begins? Oh, come on, this one isn't lit. It's just there so that I look cool. And what about bold, just scram? She's never, ever letting go of that cigarette. Okay, so the basic group tests are complete. I seem to have forgotten something quite important I had to establish prior to beginning the test in earnest. I need an assistant. An assistant? I need an assistant to help me smoothen out the testing procedures. But don't you already got two of them already? Right behind you if you need directions? Oh, we are not Mr. Hohenheim's assistant. We are specialized assistant researchers. Ah, yes, of course. There's much that distinguishes these two occupations. I would like for one of you to be my assistants for the duration of this checkup. Rhodia suddenly raises her hand. I wasn't planning on asking for volunteers, but now that you're raising your hand, I give you the floor. Oh, don't ask me to do it. It's just not my vibes, you know? I'll take a researcher shot though. I'm a big fan of her style. Rhodia trailed off, greedily caressing the clothes of one of the researchers. I know it's fancy, but watch out for the flames. What are you doing? I didn't really have you in mind anyways, but duly noted nonetheless. I would also like to refuse your nomination. The position of an assistant to Hohenheim implies that a said assistant is, when it comes to skill, inferior to the person that they are assisting. Again, I didn't have you in mind either, but your passionate expression of intent is nonetheless appreciated. I was wondering who came up with this brilliant idea of putting two smartasses together to waste time pointing out each other's minor mistakes. If I were to talk about myself, I want to be open by saying that I was a class vice president at school, a diligent modest student who assiduously facilitated tasks of the class president and... do you want to help, you sing? What's with everyone getting so anxious to get picked here? Do you fellas actually want to be his assistant? Getting in the front and center of things is just bothersome, you know? I kinda felt like I had to apply for the position, for some reason at least. Well, the decision has already been made. Do note that the selection criteria is fully based off my own subjective opinion. You there, orange-haired sinner. Ishmael? Okay. Ishmael almost threw me to the ground as he confidently strode up to the front of the line. Ouch! Greetings, Mr. Hohenheim. As you must be aware if you're taking a look of my documents, I've rarely let anyone down during my various tenacious of offices and associations. You will have nothing to worry as long as I'm by your side. Also, can I add this experiment to my resume if I were to get a chance to submit a transfer request to work at the headquarters? Ishmael! I didn't know you were still holding on to that hope. I called you to ask you to move, because you were standing in front of the sinner that I choose. What? Everyone turned around to look at Heathcliff, who was absent-mindedly scratching the bridge of his nose. Huh? It seems that Ishmael was even more shocked than Heathcliff was. Oh God! Wait, but why? I'm right here! Why would you pick someone like him? Oh, it's a common misconception amongst many researchers to assume that the higher their level of education and the more elaborated their resume, the better candidates one makes for a research project participant. But it's just common sense, isn't it? At least when it comes to research. However, were you aware that most great discoveries are made from a potential mix of spontaneous and intuition, which is something that Heathcliff has? A perfect description for our friend here, I would say. What say you, Heathcliff? I believe that this aggressive and passionate approach of yours gives you more than sufficient qualifications to command and lead them in my state. Is that right? He replied, scratching his head. We all understand you saying. You were kinda looking forward to getting picked, weren't you? Oh no! Oh boy! It is but fate that things that were once good in the eye of the mainstreams are to be made less desirable with the passage of time. And when one does indeed fall out of favor, the intelligence of bygones day must rightfully excuse themselves to the realms of memories and past. Oh, Yusing replied with a particularly downcast look. Oh, poor Yusing! Oh, well, I'm glad to have you on board as my new assistant. Righto, so, what have I got to do now? Nothing too complicated. You only need to liberate the expressive free spirit, just as you are now. Uh-huh. Now I see what he's doing. Hohenheim sure knows which one of the groups to coax to make things go over smoothly. What is he doing? Martin whispers quietly at me in a voice that only I can hear. Is that supposed to be a hint? Maybe. I mean, let's be serious. The first time they wasted time, Hohenheim, or rather not Hohenheim, but Heathcliff was ready to throw hands in order to get out of here as quickly as possible. Maybe that is going to calm him down. At least, a little bit. Right? A little bit. Alright then, the assistants. Okay, fancy clothes. Kinda wish we could keep it, but alas. Heathcliff seems eager too, as Hornheim had suggested, expressing his free spirit to the best of his abilities. Right, you there! Get in line! Sing a fice, lads! Let's make this easy for all of us! Now he sounds like a sport teacher! What? But aren't you also participating in the test? Like the rest of us? Yeah, but I'm the assistant now. Oh my god! Since when do you wear glasses? Glasses are the basic apertures for all researchers. Why are they all making the pose? Look, slightly pushing up the glasses helps you put out the air of studious, learning individuals, like so. Just like how slightly pushing up the frame of my glasses while wondering what to have for lunch makes it seem as though I'm contemplating on a much profound aspect of life. Oi, let's not make this any harder than it's gotta be, lass. Snuff out that sick in your mouth, alright? Been a while since I heard a pig squeal. Blame me? Can't you just do as I say for once? Well, he's actually pretty effective. It seems that we are now ready to conduct the test. Finally. The primary purpose of this test is to see on a physical level how your current ability scales compared to yourself before your hiring. I see, so they're trying to see how much they've grown since they joined the company. I had a feeling this would happen, but the mere mention of the word progression causes a rather loud ruckus amongst the sinners. If we were to speak for myself, Executive Manager, I can confidently say that the thought of progression as a person and in all aspects of life is ingrained into my very being. Thus, as a fruit of those efforts, I have grown to be much more precise and scathing in my critiques of others' mistakes. Is that purpose, though? Perhaps I have learned to let certain thought rest in favor of others. I once allowed myself to be trapped in overlong remnants of worries of all manners, idly abiding as I was consumed by my very thoughts. Now I have come to accept certain things as they are. Just like how you were spreading your wings. It's my boy. I have come to sometimes allow my mind to form breaths of righteous reasons, floating away gently as though on a rolling stream. Is that not quite pleasing? Okay. I guess that is purpose of sort. I'm pretty sure I'm less of a picky eater than I used to be. My grip strength is much stronger too. Oh. Look, I think I'm getting callous on my palms. Well, you don't really have to try to prove it to us. Because the enemies we're fighting have been getting stronger too. That's an undeniable truth. We did experience a pretty spectacular year, you know? A brutal year, yet so potent with significance. True. I guess growth really does come with time, huh? Right? I feel like the bonds between us has gotten a lot deeper as well. We've all grown closer, you know? Like Clue. Like Clue, huh? I like it. A sudden misunderstanding seems to be brewing in tandem with this uplifting exchange of heart-to-hearts. Allow me to step in and nip the bud. Let me give it to you straight. All of your abilities were diminished the moment you were hired by this company? Equally defanged and depowered, if you will. Wait, what? In other words, all of your abilities have been brought down to to the same general level as our 11th sinner here. Wait, why am I pointing out as reference? And if this is what you mean earlier by growing closer like Clue, then I suppose it was quite an apt choice of words. What the hell are you meaning? Oi! Take that back! I take it back! Not? So you're really not that much stronger than I, huh? Wow, Sync? Is that the sound of your sense of self-preservation shattering into the ether? This is it, you bloody... Oh, excuse me. I need to know why that happened. Did we all get the power because of the Golden Burrow? Wait, does it have anything to do with those chains that appear when we entered into a contract with Dante? Are they losing strength because they... Wait, they haven't actually fought! They weren't actually fighting, they were always fighting with an idea, weren't they? Maybe their base form grew weaker that way. That might be a good explanation to the circumstance. Huh. Indeed, one of the powers of the Golden Burrow is connection. You are now all fairly even and equal. Medical. Come on! Come on, Sinclair's ready to kill you here! Hornheit's comment and the subsequent stare seemed a bit targeted. Think of it as something akin to a equivalent deterrent employed by the Lobotomy Corporation. So the truth was finally revealed. This was why I, Otis, grew so pathetically weak at the moment I joined this company. Are thou implying that thou hast always known? Of course I have! Had I been in my prime, I could have wiped the floor with our miserable doormats in a matter of seconds. You wipe floors with doormats? Man, we're also prone to saying whatever once the burden of proof is gone, huh? So that is why my murderous arm's been quiet ever since they hired me. It didn't really have anything to do with my heart, after all. Gregor. Oi, what's the use of all of this chatter anyways? What matters here is that we've all been brought down to the level of the lad! Oh, come on! But I got catches on my palms. Yet, not all of the Golden Burrow's effect must have been of detriment to us. These things started, carefully attempting to navigate through a conversation that appeared to be turning into a tinderbox. Was it not the advantage granted to us by the Golden Burrow, impaled in the pallid wall of the Great Lake, by which we triumphed? True. What? Really? Correct. Had the pallid whale been on its full strength, it is highly likely that we might still have been trapped inside of its stomach, struggling to survive, just like the crew. Also, it can also be said that the diminishing effect was not applied in equal measure across all the affected subjects. Well, that makes sense, I guess. I never could have knocked it out with one punch if I was only as strong as Zinc. It's a really handy trick, you know? Additionally, certain individuals' quirk cannot be suppressed by the Golden Burrow. Certain quirks that one may consider to be an individual idiosyncrasy? So that explains Ryoshi's impressive blade work with Mr. Bumble back at Teacup's factory. I won't waste my breath boasting about it. And you never do anyways. Well, if your strength has indeed progressed since the onboarding, then the average must have risen as well. One of the purposes of these tests is to measure that very difference. So what exactly goes into these tests anyways? I know there are districts that uses a machine that can analyze most aspects of a subject with a quick scan. So there's going to be something like that? Oh, there are dozens, if not hundreds of ways to determine one's ability without the assistance of machinery. In fact, I know of a perfect appropriate method for this group. We do? A perfect method? We spent some time with our busy schedules to tailor each test for each sinner of the LCB. That was pretty tough, I'll have you guys know. Tailor test for each of the sinners? I don't like the sound of that, if you ask me. We will utilize the Picatulas and the distortion phenomenon. And it doesn't sound much more like a super innovative method that you were building up to. What a letdown. Right? Honestly, for all the talk, I thought they would come up with something more impressive than that. Assistant? Alright, that's enough chatter. Now get in there! That's the reason, the muscles, the voice, the shouting! I mean, as a Mega Fall, Heathcliff was pretty much the best option that I could pick, right? Certainly! Meaningless wrath. Oh, we have the big guy, Can't wait to see him in action. What the hell? I cannot change Ryoshu! Are you kidding? And I need to bring Honlu? Oh, wait, if that's the case, he might actually need some backup. He's currently a talisman, so... Recorp? Sure, why not? It's gonna be fine. Protection and heals. Protection and heals is probably the best course of action here. Alright then, let's see. First one on the block. Heathcliff had already begun flipping through the papers in his hands. What an unfamiliar sight that we've only witnessed through 7 association. Right, you and you there, inside, now. Heathcliff, the assistant, pointed towards Honglu and Sinclair.
Hello, 1, 2, testing. Am I coming through? Yes, you must be well aware by now. The Picantulas are entities that have failed to leave the students.
Uh-huh. It seems like we'll be finding the Picantulas again. Oh, right. I have a question. It's been something that's been nagging me the whole time since I arrived. Aren't these tests basically just us killing people for no reason? They are all safely contained, which means that they don't pose any danger to anyone. Aren't they?
Why is it being such a bleeding heart all of a sudden? Oi, we've been slaughtering countless of those sorts. So what's the holdup?
Yeah, but we didn't have any choice back then because we were on a mission and... Do you believe that taking a life to live is unlike taking a life for the sake of it? I do. I understand. It seems that human memory is, after all, made to be finite. Save for a few exceptional individuals, people are prone to misplaced memories, even from yesterday. So, who are they, Dante? Who do you believe they are? This group that you lead. Given the expectation communicational difference between us, allow me to make this a multiple choice question. 1 family, 2 friends, 3 colleagues. I guess they are the closest to colleagues right now, even though Don already sees us as a family. Dante says 3 colleagues. Honglu was practically squishing against the containment unit's window, holding up 3 fingers. I must have heard us talking. Incorrect. It's none of the above. The truth is that they are sinners, not families, not friends, not colleagues. Just prisoners. I know. But the knowledge of something and the acceptance of it must be distinguished. I learned that the people are prone to forgetting their place when the going gets easy, when life becomes comfortable enough for them to consider the luxury of timely meals to be a certainty. Thus, I find these reminders to be quite useful. These sinners, bound to Limbus company, are still fettering by their chains and shackles. Naturally, they have no access to such a thing as a right to refuse. Or would it be easier for you to accept that fact if I were to suggest that you consider this but a mere extension of your responsibilities? So you're asking me to see them as tools? Because I can already say, nobody's going to accept that. Nobody. The whole player base loves those guys. I know that they're sinners, but we can't talk to them like... Ours? Translations are unnecessary. I think I get the picture of what was said, given the atmosphere of this room. Dante, when you agreed to the contract, you must have made a deal of sorts to gain something to your benefit. Am I correct? Your memories, your head, and your past. There must be so much that you would like to know, or perhaps your desire to get them back is what stopped you from simply quitting. True. What I mean to say is, with this little demonstration, is that no one in this room has any right to crumble or refuse. Faust, is he usually? Yes, this is his usual demeanor. Hello? I'm not the one to talk, but you don't exactly have a lot of friends, do you? Those who rise above their peers tend to attract a certain degree of hostility from others. Now, shall we begin? We are severely behind schedule. While the companions do what they do, please pay attention to the following presentation of the Picatrula project onto these class paints. This lecture has been prepared with the assumption that its students have an average level of knowledge. So if you consider this presentation to be boring or too difficult to understand, then you may consider your knowledge level to be below average. Alright? And all this material seems quite elementary to me, of course. Not sure what's so difficult about this. Yeah, save for when the lecture actually starts. As you must know, there are 7 categories of Picatula. As far as I'm aware, the highest state of Picatulas you observe was stage 3. Well, so far at least. Wherefore did thou utter the little muttering of "so far at least" at the end of thy words, good sir? Sharp. Well, it's simple. Researchers have a habit of avoiding absolutity in all things. Never say never, or as they say. So you're not ruling out the possibility that we might be running into Picatulas beyond stage 3, huh? Well, of course not. We have elephant wars as well, right? Indeed. We prefer not to put down such arbitrary limitations. Anyways, the first type of many Picatulas to be covered today is the Picatulas Irai, red Picatulas of wrath. The nature of fire is to burn and burn until there's nothing left to be burnt. I see, they are quite literally burning with rage. Now that I'm thinking back on it, did you express something like that before, Sinclair? I remember you screamed so fiercely that you could hardly control your own body. Yeah. On the other hand, I don't think I've ever seen you get any angry or upset, Honglu. Well that's because of the realization of meaninglessly extinguishing the reason for the spark to start a fire. Oh, I see now. No matter how much Heathcliff or Miss Otis bully me, expressing my anger at that is meaningless at the end of the day. Okay, but I did enjoy it a little when I had to accidentally step on Heathcliff's toes, but what exactly is that takeaway supposed to be here? Yes, that's exactly how it is. One stays calm and the other just rages on. I see. Well, we start off with 3 turns right away. Why are you already burning? They gain burn equal to the... Oh, there's no way to avoid the damage. And I'm pretty sure some of them get stronger the more burn we have. So we need to finish them quickly. Not entirely sure if it's gonna be enough for the kill. But maybe? Yes! Just enough! Perfect! Big guy! Hello there, big guy! Alright. 21 is going to be a bit of an issue, but it should be fine. Alright, let's see. Come on, Lasso! Apply some Rapture! Sinclair kinda needs it. There we go, 41. Good hit. Good hit. Okay. I didn't thought that he would be able to counter both of us on the same turn. This is gonna be an issue. Unless... Honglu saved the day! Anti-counter! Anti-counter! That's good. That's my boy. Keep hitting it. Keep hitting him. Get him. Get him. Oh god. Okay. Maximum damage 85. It's not a lot. It's not getting better because it's getting more and more power. But he's still alive. It's all good. He's still alive. He's certainly going to count against me again. Am I about to lose this? Oh, I might. It's about... Oh, no, wait. He didn't stagger Sinclair. Why are you always getting additional attacks? Oh, he's so strong. He's so freaking strong. The burn. The burn. God damn it. Round number 2. This time around with a lot less burn. Hopefully this time around it's going to get a little bit easier. At least a tiny bit easier. 22 is still so high! It's still so high! I need to kill him faster, it's the only way. It's the only way to get around this. I need to kill him faster, preferably in 2 turns. Because the counter is unavoidable. And I can only stagger him once, so I need to reach the stage before turn 6. Before we reach turn 6, that's the only way. Maybe I can just avoid it entirely. I would prefer it if I could. But at the same time, I can get my hopes up. We will see. We will see in a matter of seconds, right? We will see in a matter of seconds. I can certainly stagger you though before you reach that phase. As long as I avoid the first counter. Or maybe I do so much damage with Sinclair, what I got from the front pass, that I don't even need to worry about it in the first place. That solves the issue as well. Huh. Didn't even consider that. Didn't even consider that we can just out-damage him. Now that solves a whole lot of problems. I'm even going to use an ego that I don't have, because why not? Right? Why the heck not? There we go. Everyone, all out. Finish him off. Just finish him off. I'm pretty sure we won't even get to see the ego. Never mind. Alright. That works. It's a shame though that I wasn't able to do it with the talisman. The talisman is sadly not strong enough to out-damage that guy. Alas. Right? Alas. Oh well. Next up is Sloth. Directional Sloth with a new Picatula type. Have a look at that. My sword! Okay. You're burning. I should probably pick up... Well, I only have the option between bleed or tremor. I'm going to go for tremor for now, just in order to see what's up. She first. Alright, everyone's ready. And Gregor's able to join as well. Okay, that's good. Then maybe I should go for bleed after all. Then again, Wurstspanner's also kind of tremor. Raptor tremor. Might just work out. It might just work out. Who knows? Right? Who knows? Those dual triple fights are a bit more tricky though, I have to say. It's a bit more tricky. Next up, you three. Let's get in there. Come on, the indoor voice will do, but we can hear you just fine without you shouting at the top of your lungs. Now, let us discuss Picatula Prikitai, the Sloth type. Stones are sturdy, but that's all there is to them. They are directionless and unmoving, completely surrendering to inertia. They are trapped in their current lot and excitement until someone else comes along to roll them away. Truly, there's no better symbol for Sloth than them. Wow. It is efficient to live within the bounds of rigidly established routines. Getting lumped in with these two is making me really self-conscious all of a sudden. Like I'm just some lazy incompetent. Do not compare yourself to Faust, Gregor. Should Faust become the point of reference for one's competence, the overwhelming majority of the city's population would be deemed incompetent. I admit that I'm not the most diligent person in the room, but I'm taking back that comment about being incompetent. Check this out, fellas. I'm not that rusty just yet. Charging alone into danger poses... too late. This will be harder than expected. Let us provide assistance. Oh yeah, this is going to be harder than expected. Especially since I never considered the weakness of those Picatula types before. But now I actually need to make some adjustments here and there. Oh shoot! I miscounted! I miscounted! I lost my Faust! No! What the hell is that? Is that a mountain? Picatula... Picata? Okay. Tremor base. Target has tremor, base power +1. Inflict more tremor, tremor burst. Tremor reverberation? You have extra tremor versions? Which does damage, right? The yellow type was the damaging type. Interesting! Unless this unit is staggered, takes 50% less damage. Okay, I need to bring a stagger team for this. Especially since it kinda seems like I'm kinda losing here. For the most part, especially now with my Faust gone. 25 guards! 50% reduction, 25 guard is gonna be an issue. But then again, we can just guard against it to deactivate it. So it's not really impossible, but that might become a bit annoying. Just a tiny bit. Actually speaking, it gets 3 protection on top of it as well. And with all those additional attacks, he will always have the 3 protection effect, which reduces the damage even further by another... Okay, I'm not entirely sure. 30%? 80%? 80% on top of everything? And I need to beat this in 9 turns. That attack goes through, but it's really difficult for me to beat that number. Gregor can take it out, right? Yeah, Gregor can certainly take it out. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Just get rid of his defense and protection, alright? That's the most important part. Otherwise, my Tremor Ego won't really have a chance to break through his dagger bar, right? That would be very inefficient for us. 80% is not a joking matter. The Cena was so dangerous because of a high resistance and constant protection. And we're still so far off. Oh god. Yeah, we might need another one. I barely have any stagger to begin with. I didn't even have any tremor. Ouch. She will not kill him. Love of God. Rigor! I can't avoid for the life of me! I can't avoid for the life of me! God damn it, Faust! Are you kidding? Am I stranded on this rock? Because that guy refuses to die? Kinda looks like it. Extremely close to the stagger bar, we might just reach it. He's not even trying to guard against it this time around. Come on! Come on! No! Okay, was about to say, Faust, don't do this to me now! Don't you dare do this to me now! God! 13 turns! 14 turns! Yeah, I need to improve that somehow. I need to improve that. Somehow. Maybe bleed is the thing. Bleed is literally the only thing that goes through all of that protection. Bleed is not stopped by protection. Does Faust have a bleed ID? I don't remember if Faust had a bleed ID. Burn might work as well, technically. But I have more bleed IDs than burn IDs at this moment. Huh. Oh well, I'm gonna worry about the X mission at a later point of time, right? We will worry about that at a later point of time. Next up, we have sinking! Oh no! Oh wait, that's the particular that Pacatulum that we've already encountered in the mirror dungeon. Which is fun, it's relatively strong, it's counter unbreakable dices, so it always applies sinking. Okay, and I need to defeat them before they self-detonate. Do you have a self-detonate feature? I don't remember that. Interesting. Well, I guess we are about to figure it out. Or does it mean before they detonate each other? Oh, wait a second, I need to change my team up really quickly. Do I need to change anything around here? Probably not. Probably not. This is all sinking, burn, and strike related. We might be a little bit under-leveled, but that's fine. We can live with this. We can totally live with this. Alright, next up is gluttony. Roots of plants dig through the dirt in search for nutrients. What distinguishes them is, however, that they are not satisfied with satiation alone. The roots continue to grow, seeking increasingly greater supplies for nutrients. Hang on a minute. What is this? Heathcliff, after flipping through a few more pages ahead, looked up at Hohenheim and shouted, "Are we really going to do this song and dance for each and every one of the Picatulum? Why don't we just lump them together like how you're pairing us up with sinners?" Ha! Running low on patience already? Only simpletons would make up such a basic suggestion. It is standard protocol in case you weren't aware. I am also unhappy about the process, but sometimes we must swallow our complaints and do as we are told for the sake of a proper testing result. You make a valid proposition. What? Very well, I also fail to see the necessity in finding these Picatulas one by one, especially given the busy schedule ahead of us. Your suggestion is accepted. Assistant? Seriously? Really? Aren't you the one suggesting it? Well, if you don't have to fight them one by one anyways, then why don't we just do this from the start? Because testing them one by one yields a more accurate result. Studies suggest that the margin of error may grow by 0.06% when testing multiple entities at once. I see, but I may see the benefit of a smaller margin of errors outweighing the convenience of lumping them all together. Why don't we just proceed as planned? Ha! Bloody hell! Just let it go, yeah? Yeah, Otis, come on, it's fun! This very carelessness is why I think we can risk a 0.06% greater margin of error, right? It's barely noticeable at this point. Indeed, it is sometimes necessary to prioritize efficiency over the pursuit of perfection. I will abide by the executive manager's judgment. Very well then, allow me to explain the Picatulas Morositatis, Gloom as well. Have you ever immersed yourself in deep waters? Quite easy to sink to the depths, no? However, the deeper one sinks, the harder it becomes to rise again. The pressure suffocates you from all directions, no matter how much you trash around, desperately looking for something to grab onto. All you find is futility, such as Gloom. I suppose one of the few benefits of working for this company is that it constantly motivates emotion, gives no time for such emotion to drag us down, especially now that I have some level of confidence that they might actually keep their end of the contract. Oh, sounds like a disagreement brewing. Even after I joined the bus, I still feel like I'm flooding deeper into the ditch, you know? Though I'm only here because I want to be here, but still. I assure you're in that ditch by choice. Maybe you just don't know how to rise to the surface again. I don't appreciate hearing that from someone who doesn't even know what I'm talking about. Ooh, rare case of Rodion's anger. Well, if it's alright now, then in you go. You too, assistant. You aren't accepted from the test. Huh, me too. Perfect timing! I've been getting a bit tired of all this mental exercise. Right then, let's wrap this up quickly. We'll see about that. Had some difficulties during the last two tests. Oh well, it's gonna be fine. What is this? Inflict damage equal to the unit's current HP against the enemy with the least HP. Oh, they have a timer. They actually have a timer. I didn't even notice that. Okay, that might be a bit of an issue. Maybe in the future at least. So, alright. The blue one. I have 3 turns to finish him off, otherwise he's gonna kill us. And I failed my mission. which is more important. I don't want to fail my mission. I don't want to fail my mission. I'm gonna shoot once, but I don't really want to use it up that much. Okay, that should be fine. That should be fine. Come on. That's my Otis. Get the boost. It's not a lot of damage, but it's fine. It's probably going to be fine. Ah, the Stagger Bar's so far away though. 3 turns. Ooh, okay, I didn't expect it to lose that clash from all clashes. Oh god, he's about to get mad. Oh no. It's getting better. It's recovering. A little bit. A little bit. Need to be careful. My SP drops. I might end up shooting my own guys. Which is really, really bad. Let's not forget about the fact that Heathcliff might get crazy very, very soon. Since I don't really have any way to recover SSP at all, unless of course we win our clashes. Tricky! A little bit tricky. Give you that. Yes, another good hit. We're still so far off though. We're still so far off from the actual Stagger Bar. Even that win is probably not enough. Unless... maybe? Maybe? If you all just attack my Rodion, then I don't really mind. This is fine. Rodion can take that like a champ. We just need to break through the Void Dices. And if all goes according to plan with the fragility boost, I might just be able to pull it off in one try before it explodes! Yes! Yes! Alright! That's good! That's good! That is good! God damn it! Thank you, Rodion! Thank you for being a champ! And of course, Heathcliff as well. Otis, your type of weapon was not really that good against all of those enemies. But thankfully, thanks to the requirements, I didn't need to worry about the turns. Even though I have to say the guns were helpful, it's just really tricky to keep up with SP even while worrying about all the possible sinking damage. I don't want to hit my own guys. I just don't. Alright. But that was easy for a change, in comparison to the others. Now, we have one more test, aren't we? I'm pretty sure Ryosho hasn't entered any of those testing sites yet. Yeah. Dold Harpoon. And Ishmael as well. Ishmael as well. Can I get a spider? Yes, I could get a spider. Or maybe a warp, ideally. But I've never tried the spider before, so maybe that might be for the best. Sure. Let's give it a try. Do I want to bring my wine ID though? Not entirely sure about the weakness of said gears. But I do know that I want to use the Obsession if I can, which requires Wrath, Light Blue and Purple. Wrath, Light Blue and Purple. I do have it here, but I'm pretty sure my Wrath options on my Catch the Breath is a little bit better. But on the other hand, I know it's the same stuff, Light Blue and Wrath. And I guess we're going to stay Slosh, so that Ryoshu is completely free from all attacks. Ishmael can just tank it out. She's resistant to slash attacks. Yes. This might actually be for the best. Yeah, this might actually be for the best. Alright then, let's go! Well, they weren't in much trouble. Next up, you two. Get in there. With Ryoshu. Let's do this, I guess. ST. What? She wants to switch teams. Really? Now? What's your problem this time, Ryoshu? Your dull harpoon doesn't interest me. It's dulled so much that I doubt it can even impale that sickening nerd over there. Dull? I don't think she will have too much trouble impaling Hohenheim. I would rather watch the Blood Fiend fight again. Wait, thou speakest of me? This is quite the pickle. She wants to switch teams. Is that alright? Of course not. You heard the man. Let's go. I'll admit that my harpoon is not as sharp as it used to be, and I'll admit that I've lost a bit of my edge since then. But we are all sailing on the same boat. I'm not going to hold you or anyone else back. I'm always ready to go back to razor sharpness when the need arises. I'm swapping you out as soon as you start making a fool of yourself. Lass, I thought I've been clear enough on this. Switching team isn't a thing. Picatulum superior. Pride. Hohenheim droned on, as if the bickering sinner didn't exist in his world. Wheels, symbol of technology and the vector of humanity's ultimate pursuit, the wheel in its boundless pride rolls on and on in search of the perfect circle, something unconquered even by nature. Yet it remains uncaring for the flesh it renders, nor the grass imparted in its path. Isn't it just confidence, not pride? You can't just get anything done by just sitting idly in place. One might even say that pride is but another name for overconfidence. It often claims trailblazer or those who have never tasted failure. Someone like you, Hohenheim. Well, that certainly is a perspective. Next up is luxurious, lust. Moving on like that, huh? The meaning of the Picatulum luxuria lust is not exactly what it says on the tint. A more illustrious description would say that it is, an obsession to spread a fragment of what forms the self, a desire to propagate, to breed. Of course, there's more to this concept than just that. While the word itself may be subject to interpretation, limited to the carnal understanding. To share one's knowledge, one's ideas, to invite others to gain the understanding of a sliver of oneself, to seek to express such things are lust as well. Not bad. I always appreciate these discussions with the learned. There's never any dead air. Admit it, Heathcliff. All of that flew right over your head, didn't it? Why even ask? It is unnecessary. Shut up! Get in there! Oh, poor Heathcliff. Even as a technical assistant, nobody's taking him serious. Oh well, right? Oh well. Do not take 10 plus hits during the combat and— oh wait, what? Oh, that's gonna be an issue. She's a tank, she's supposed to tank. Yeah, there's no way. Just gonna tank for days, but that's not enough for the mission. I might need to swap over to the she later. Yep, I might have to swap over to the she later. Let's not worry about the X mission for now. It would just infuriate me. It would just infuriate me. Oh man. So, anything new? Doesn't really seem like there's anything new around here. Just some really meaty guys with counter is gonna be an issue with this mission. But the other guys don't have counter. I guess that's fine. So, I already have 10 hits. I'm not entirely sure if I already failed my mission. There's a high chance that I already did, but who knows? At the very least, this fight wasn't really that tough. It's a bit of a shame though that they didn't give us a new level 3 stage to this, but I guess they can't just reveal all the possible level 3s that easily, right? In the event. That would be too easy. Right? That would be way too easy. But yeah, I mean, nothing against the fairy gentleman, but maybe for the speedy type, I might wanna pick something up that is envy based. They have an envy weakness, a serious envy weakness. The Spider Queen is perfect for this challenge. No, but seriously, yeah, I need to do it again. The maximum is 9. Once it reaches 10, it's already over.